Hi all, it's Maureen here, Stitch Mac, and I am back with my little update since my whip parade, which was in February. So first up, I'm going to shut my kitchen door because I've just realised it's open. And the dryer's on, so it's going to start making a racket. Yeah, so I have finished, full coverage finished. I'll have shown it obviously in my last one. I think I'll shown it in the whip parade or the last whip, I don't know. But this has been a finish. It's been this whip has been ongoing for quite a while. So I'm going to show that, and then I'll show what I've done for my Formula One stuff and update on World Cup stuff. So, first up, check this bad boy out. Sorry, don't fold it over. This has been finished. It has been washed. It's been hung outside. It's been ironed, and that's it in all its glory. So where I was when last seen was over here. I literally had like these 4 pages to do, and this proved this bit up here, as you'll see, is quite a lot of colours. There was a bit of a slog. That was like, I felt like I was never going to get it finished. And then once you get down in here, it's back to the kind of block, so I kind of rattled through that. But I looked back, I started this in 2017. For information, this is by Love by Thread, which was a company based in England, and they're long since out of business. It's called Paradise Small. I think there was like a big one. So I've given it a good iron. It's quite creased. I don't know, it's quite liney, and I don't know if it's lines from stitching. I can't see that it's lines from stitching because I can't see through it. I think it's where it's been like crumpled up on Q-snaps over the years. So I'm just gonna like keep it out and try and keep ironing and smoothing it out and stretching it and kind of blocking it out a bit. But either way, once it's in framed, it will look fine. I'm so chuffed. Oh, it smells really good as well because I had it out in the line. It's been really, really windy here. So I was actually terrified the thing was actually going to blow off the line. I was like, okay, it was pinned down with about 20 pegs, but it did the trick. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that because I had decided this year, I was like, I kept saying the last few years, oh yeah, I'll get this finished. I'll get this finished. It's seen me through a few Tour de France and everything. And then this year I was just like, okay, just focus on it as you're focused on the finish. And it worked. So I'm dead chuffed with that. So now it'll go away in a cupboard, never to be seen again. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed. For a long time since I've had anything to put on a finish table. So that was that. So that took me, I mean, I'm just looking at my figures here. So in April I did 3,295 on it. In March, 2,500 stitches. So since the beginning of the year, and then I'd done another 300 in January, 100 in February. So what's that? 400, 200, 800. Yeah, it was nearly, got to say 8,000 stitches to get it finished. So I did that, and that's it. Which does mean Cartographica should come back out. I might have a few other wee bits. I might kind of get caught up by other stuff though before, or I might not. I might just get my bad boy back out. So, move on to Formula One stitching. So Formula One started. So if you don't know what I'm doing, I think I've explained it all in the whip parade. If you don't know what I'm doing, but essentially 22 drivers. They've each got a whip, a stitch per point. I times it by 10, the points to get in each race. It's pretty straightforward. So, obviously things in the world's going a little bit weird since the last time I was here. And therefore we've had 3 races. We've had Melbourne, and then we've had, where did we have? Melbourne, China and Japan. And then it would have been coming over, I think it was Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. I think Abu Dhabi's at the end of the year. Would have been there naturally. Oh. So the whole April is there's nothing in April, which is quite nice to me because it means I can get caught up. I think this way of doing it this time, last time I did it stitches per place, I 1 to 20, or it would have been 1 to 22. This time I'm doing points, so it's only 1 to 10. So, and Mercedes are dominating, which is quite good because I do like my pieces. So, I have worked on this. Sorry, let's go back to my little. So, Stone Roses, my Mirabilia Stone Roses. If you don't know it, it is this one here. And this is George Russell. And he's won a race in second and another two. So, he has had 510. Yeah, 510 stitches because I'd only just got caught up with him in February. Did 510 stitches in March to get up, and I still think I've got another 120. I think I've still got more to do now. But that's, I'm now down around here. I'm essentially just working across because it's quite narrow. I'm just working like the whole, just working it in kind of rows across really. This is Stitching some Sparklies 28 kind of fabric. But yeah, really chuffed with that. That's coming on well. And his teammate is Kimi Antonelli, and he has won the next two races. He came second in the first race and won the next two races. He's like 19 or something. It's ridiculous. So he has had 470 so far. I think I've still got, well, that's my thing to do next. I think I've got another 250 to do. Yeah, because that's 250 and 180. So yeah, I've still got another 250 to do for him. And this is my ye old band sampler, which is a, you know, traditional band sampler by Ivy House Crafter. It's still on Etsy. And it's stitched using some thread works. So I'm just working, so I've done the first couple of bands and then I'm kind of doing it per page. So this is like a little end bit here. So I've done like the next page and now I'm working my way back across. I'll just go left to right, right to left. And then that's it. Got a long way to go in that. Which is good because by the looks of it, I think I might be stitching on this quite a lot this year. I think between it and the Stone Roses one, my thinks we're going to be seeing quite a lot of those. Which is good. I like them. So that was those two. So let me see what's next on my list. Museum shelf. It is a quick stitch museum shelf. Sorry, nothing's in colour. And yeah, you know the one from Heaven and Earth. If you watch Kim, she's doing the bag, she's doing the whole shebang. I'm just doing the top. I think this is the top row. So I have this from Max Verstappen. I bet you yourself for. So I've only stitched 100 stitches on this. So that's where we're at. Nope, that's the wrong way around. That's better. So what I'm trying to do is do that whole 2 row thing that it's Anne Max Cross. I'm really bad with names, sorry. Max Cross Stitcher. I'm thinking, oh, maybe do that because I might, and then I can kind of get the 2 rows kind of done all the border, and yeah, I'm just gonna, or I'll just take it. I think with 100, I think I just had some random threads down the bottom, so I've just filled in kind of those. But yeah, he's only had 100. I think he maybe has another 100 or so to go. To do that. Sorry, what's that? Okay. What one is this? Teardrop. This is, sorry, I hope God knows he's wearing headphones because they're gonna bet the ears will be getting blasted. Teardrop is Ollie Bierman. That's who he is. He's had a cracking wee start to the year. Oh, yeah. Unexpected. So this is Teardrop, Max Colour, big huge one, Babette Vandenberg. I'm quite glad I'm doing this. I've never done a Max Colour before, and I'm glad I'm doing this in a Max Colour because obviously it's just, this is all black and kind of skin colours, and that's kind of beige, but on Max Colour it's quite, yeah, it's okay. So he's had 200 stitches so far. And I'm just kind of doing a diagonal on this. I'm just going to mix it up as well. As you'll see, yeah. Ridiculous. I've got, I mean, I think I'm like 1% or something like that. But yeah, as you'll see, so there's lots of actual little colours and kind of detail in there, which I think, imagine if it was just kind of ordinary one, it'd be just kind of brown. So yeah, I'm just working. Got done a couple of hundred. I think he might be actually due some more. Let me see. Where's he due? Beerman. I don't know yours. Oh no, I'm up to date with you. So. Oh yeah, I think he ends up crashing the last one. I'm not going to the wall. I think he did. If you don't watch one of my one, you're just like, what is she on about? Do you'll know. Venetian Opulence, another Mirabelle one. I've reduced it. I'm only doing the 2 Mirabellas now with Formula One. Last year I had 4 and I felt it was a bit too much, so I thought, no, let's just have a couple and concentrate on them. This one is for Lewis Hamilton because he runs for, he doesn't run, he drives for Ferrari. So we have added on, what did we add on to this? I think I got a wee spark on this. He's done okay. Ferrari are doing okay. So he got, why can't I see this? I'm looking at it, but I can't see it. 286, 920, 300 and 300, 400. 400 stitches. So I think I just concentrated on doing, yeah, I was finishing off her hair. Yeah, because I literally just have like, I just had a few colours pulled for it. So I was like, well, let's just finish up what I've got pulled. So that is her, I think her hair is complete apart from beads. And then we just work down there. So I've still got a bit more. So yeah, obviously that's, you know, her face. Next time I'll fill in, because I'm just trying to see what else. Yeah, there's a couple more columns to come down there, but I'll do that and bring it all down before I start on her face. Then we get into the fun bit, because then we get her face. I mean, it's really actually, I mean, for being browns, it's been quite fun. And then we get into, you know, her face and the dress and all that stuff. I do apologise because the dog is sitting looking out the window, just in case. She's on guard. She's warning you. Right. Okay, sorry. That's all my, I think all the drivers up in Formula One up to date as much as it can be. So what else I've worked on is adding in some stitching for my World Cup pieces. Again, I think I discussed this in my whip parade or my last one. Essentially, the World Cup's coming up in June. And there's 48 countries. This time it's 48 countries. Thank you, FIFA. So I've got 48 whips, one representing each country. And I'm going to stitch 100 stitches on each of those just for them participating. And then it'll be a kind of knockout. So once they've done the group stages, then you have 32 going through to the next round. 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. And, you know, the whips will be eliminated along with as and when the country is eliminated from the World Cup. And then I'll continue on and do another 100 stitches. And maybe, and then I think I'll double it. So, let's have a look at this and see who's done what. Let's see, did I put this on here? So this is Shakespeare's Peddlers, Jenny Bean's Halloween sampler. I always call it Here I Lie because I don't know, I've decided that's what it is. And this is representing Haiti. Some of them have a connection to the country and some of them is just random and some of them I'm like, well, I call it Here I Lie, that's H for Haiti. So this is on some Sparkly's fabric. I think it's just a fabric of the month. So I'm doing it and I just love it. I know it's stitching this. Some of these I haven't stitched and I was like, oh my god, I was pulling the back out going, what am I doing with this? So I stitched another 100 stitches, which was essentially, I finished off, I can give like a row or two of these with gravestones, and I finished off, and then I put some grass underneath them. And then undid all this because it looked awful and pulled it all back out again, as you'll see. So I've just went round and done most of the border. Again, it was just what threads were to hand. So actually all I've really got left of, so I've got left this big square here. Complete picture there. So I just have to finish off the writing there and the whole border. Now, no disrespect to Haiti, but I'm thinking this might not appear again. So anything that's had its 100 stitches, if they don't go through to the next 30, if they don't go through to the knockout stages, so they don't get down to 32, then this won't come back out again. But you never know. But I'm actually hoping they don't. Because I've just realised they're in the same group as Scotland. So, sorry Haiti. We've got Brazil. So let's face it. I mean, even on a bad day, they're probably definitely going through. Morocco, I'm not sure. I don't remember much about them. And Haiti. So yeah, sorry Haiti. Sorry. Don't want you to go through. Now these were a couple of new starts as well. Because I had to actually have quite a few new starts. Because I have to have 48 whips. And it turns out, yeah, as much as I've got like little small ones, I didn't have 48 big ones enough. So I had to just new starts. I mean, that's just the way it goes. And I'm actually going to have another new start possibly because I've done my 100 stitches for my Paradise that I just finished. And I had it marked down for Ecuador. So I'm like, do I just take it out now and substitute it for something else? Or do I, and then do like another 100 stitches on another thing, or wait and see if they go through, then substitute it for a new one. I might just wait and see. Because I got that finished. Did I got finished? Right, so Christmas Beauty. This is one by Counting the Stars. Oh my god, I'm never going to find this somehow. Anyway, Christmas Beauty. Counting the Stars. Imagine that's all ivy and everything. This is, yeah, really exciting to start on this. Oh yeah, so this is 2 new starts. So this side is Christmas Beauty by Counting the Stars. There's my 100 stitches. I might, at one point I'm going to do is actually just do all the black on this. And then might colour complete it. And then this side here is the Castle Small by Ida Jose Rosa. Stitch is so beautiful. I saw this on, I think it was a Stitchy Witch. I was like, oh, I love that. Then I went on to Stitch So Beautiful and don't do that. No. That's bad. Yeah, like 100 stitches. A tiny little skirt up in the corner. Yeah, dead exciting. And this does fit them both, just snug, but that'll do. So that was those 2 starts. Who have we got? Christmas Beauty is Colombia and Castle is Uzbekistan. They are playing against Portugal, but okay, I think we're pretty much guaranteed Portugal here. And Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm just not, I need to, we always have football in the house. I was trying to watch the African Cup of Nations, is that right? They were on, there was a few of the countries in that, so I was kind of keeping an eye on who was, you know, up the top there. Good girl. Now, oh, I think I've shown you this one. So, Castle, Don't Beauty, Paradise, I've shown you Nation Night, Quake Diamonds. Right, so it's only Quaker Diamonds story. Apparently I've done Lavender Fields. Oh, right, Quaker Diamonds. It's Quaker Diamonds I am doing for Côte d'Ivoire, who just beat Scotland. So this is there, but I'm swithering. Not, you know, I just, oh my god, see the faff, right? So this is Quaker Diamonds by Rosewood Man, and I thought, no, I'm not getting the Valdani threads. I really am not. I'm not really into specialty threads. I'm really quite happy with just DMC. I thought I'll just do it as a DMC equivalent. Holy mother of God. If you ever tried to do that, that just, yeah. I'm trying to get, as you'll see from my scribbles, that was me trying to work out kind of roughly what it should be. And then I just gave up and looked at the picture, I think. So I chose the palette, eventually got down to it, and it's okay, but I don't know. I don't know. I changed that one of the greens. Actually, maybe it's not. No, see, that's the thing. So this is my start on it. So this is the fabric I've chosen, and this is my start on it. And I just don't know. I don't know. I think now I've changed out the green. There's something about it I just don't like. I think it's the reds and the browns. I don't know. There's just something about it I'm just not digging. And I'm wondering whether maybe I should try and jump down to one of the bigger motifs. See. So I just started up in the middle at the top just to kind of get my bearings. So maybe I'll try and jump down here to see what it kind of comes out like and go from there. I was thinking about it because I thought I'm really not. I've had this in my, I found the receipt for this and I think I've had it in my stash for 15 years and I've never stitched in it. And I'm thinking maybe there's a reason why I didn't really ever want to stitch in it. No, it was this fabric I've had forever and I'm like, I don't know what else to do with this fabric. I don't know what else to do with. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll try and go down to the bigger motif and give it some, oh my god, so I was just like, I'm not spending like, God knows how much on Valdani threads and even just trying to find them and it's just like, that's just too much hassle. I'm just not into that. I like DMC or actually CXC. But yeah. Because I thought, well, I can't be bothered getting a little bit of fabric. Just can't be bothered. I'm not a whole person. I buy what I need when I need it. And I just buy what I need when I need it. And I just can't really seem to get myself excited about and it's measuring stuff and oh my god. Yeah. Sorry. I fell right. So we'll see. Like I say, we'll see. It didn't fill me with joy. That was the thing. So I'm kind of like, I think I'll give it another. Who is it? Did I say it was Cote d'Ivoire? So they may well get another 100 stitches. Because we've got, I think they're Germany, aren't they? They're in a group with Germany, Curacao, and Ecuador, you see, so I think they could go through. Yeah, so that's it. 23 minutes. Other than that, let me think. Been doing much, just been really chilling, just enjoying, just been chilling. Haven't been anywhere. I think I did too much. That was that. January and February was quite full on. And so March, I'm like, no, I'm just chill. But I went to the Scottish Tree, obviously, in March, which was lovely, as usual. It's just such a chilled weekend. It's so nice. And we're just in such a groove now. It's like, you know, we know where we're sitting, we know what we're doing, we just know everyone just comes and it's just like chill. It's just lovely. So I'm gonna stitch a day though next week, the week after next. So that'll be nice to catch up with some stitches then. And yeah, that's it. I think I just booked a holiday to Devon. Well, it's like a long weekend. My husband's sister, it's her birthday, so we're doing a big surprise. So they were like, oh, why don't we all go to this, you know, go down to the holiday park down Devon. So it'll take us fucking hours to get there, but Never mind. We choose to live in Scotland. So that was a nice wee thing to wake up to this morning. And okay, let's go book it up. Something to look forward to. So yeah, but stitching wise, let me think. So I've got another wee house that I want to finish today. I've got another wee like small. I want to just get finished. And my goal this year is to. I've got. I'll just show. Can I show you? Well, let me show you. I can't see what I'm seeing now. Nope, that doesn't work. I can't bother, sorry. I've got like a shelf of all my whips, and then I've got a bottom shelf of kind of odd stuff, like smalls and just like in Paradise that just needed to get finished. So my goal is to try and get through that shelf. So I've just got one shelf. I'm trying to minimize my I'm a minimalist person. That's the thing. I don't buy haul, I just buy what I need. I'm a minimalist person. I don't own a lot of clothes. I would live in a little camper van, just me and a dog. That'd be lovely. And just as long as I literally would have storage for stitching, and don't get me wrong, that's it. And I'd have like a little box with some clothes in it. I'd be quite happy. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go away and decide what else to stitch on today. Do I do some more? I've still got some more Formula 1 stitching to catch up on. Do I do that before I do get my Carta Graphica back out? Might get Carta Graphica back out just to kind of get back in the rotation. Right. See you in a bit, folks.